everybody! So if you watched my last kind of life update, I talked about how I wanted to do a video about all the things that I would do differently in my next pregnancy. And I'll start off by saying, no, we are not pregnant yet, but I just thought it was fun to do this video ahead of time to kind of remind myself of the things I either want to do differently or try out for the first time. And I thought it would be cool to look back on after a future pregnancy to see what I actually went through with. I also just love getting your guys' feedback on kind of my ideas and things like that. I know a lot of you have done these things or thought about these things and just have more information. So yeah, I just thought I'd share with you guys the things that I feel like I want to try out or do differently in our next future to be pregnancy. So the first thing my husband and I decided on, and we decided on this like a while back, like even probably before Riley was born. Yeah, I think before even Riley was born, but that is we do not want to find out the gender of future baby number 3. And we did find out for both our girls. We found out with Kayla, I had to know with Kayla, and then we found out with Riley as well. And I was super excited to find out with my first child because I felt like there's so many unknowns with your first pregnancy. It was kind of nice to prepare and do the nursery and things like that. And with my second child, I wanted to know, I think just because I found out with the first, and I'm really kind of impatient and don't really like secrets a whole lot, so I was just excited to find out. But after finding out with her and knowing that at some point we want a third baby, I don't know, I just decided that I think it would be super cool to have that surprise moment where the baby comes out and you're like, what is it? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? I've never experienced that moment, and I just thought it would be really exciting to have that moment. I don't know, I think I'm probably gonna die of anticipation waiting for that. I'll be like 40 plus weeks pregnant, like why the heck did I do this to myself? I just want to know, because it is nice to be prepared. So I think I'm gonna go, yeah, a little bit crazy. If you didn't find out the gender of your baby, let me know how that is for you, how you kind of get through not knowing. But I also think it will be worth it in the end once I get through that waiting period, just to find out if it's a girl or if it's a boy. I should also say that my husband and I don't care if it's a girl or a boy. I have a feeling that I'm going to be a mom of 3 girls. I've said that to all my friends and family for a long time now. I don't know, I just have this feeling that I'm going to be a mother of 3 girls. So if it ever turned out to be a boy, I'd be rather shocked. I don't really know what to do with boys. We'd be excited, we get to experience both genders, but I just feel like when I get pregnant, it's going to be a girl. Alright, and then during my pregnancy, my goal at least, as long as I don't get too sick or something else doesn't happen, is to be a lot more active in this next coming pregnancy. With my first 2 girls, if you haven't been following me for a long time, I was a lot heavier. I was about 90 pounds or more heavier with both my pregnancies. I ended up losing weight with both of them. I was so sick in the beginning, so I never really ended up gaining any weight with both those pregnancies. But I was just a lot bigger framed and not as active, and it was a lot harder to even be active because I didn't go into the pregnancy active. So I'm kind of excited about this time around. I have an exercise routine, I'm quite active right now, and I really just want to try and maintain that throughout my pregnancy. I don't want to try and increase it or anything like that, and I don't want to overdo myself, but I do want to see how active I can be during my next pregnancy. I know the first trimester will probably not be as easy because with both my girls I dealt with pretty harsh morning sickness, but other than that, that's my goal. I want to check out some like pregnancy classes that are offered in our area too. If you have any that you love, let me know. I just want to try it out. And then along with that, I'm curious to see, this is not something I'm going to do differently. Well, I guess it is because I didn't know when I was pregnant with the last 2 girls, but I know now that I have celiac disease and therefore can't eat gluten. So I will not be eating gluten in any future pregnancy, and I'm curious to see how that affects me, if I end up craving gluten products, what I end up craving instead. I don't know. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see also, like, now that I know I have celiac disease, it has to be better for the baby now that I'm not eating gluten, because before, when I was eating gluten and didn't know I had it, basically my body wasn't absorbing all the vitamins and nutrients and things from the food that I was eating. So I'm just curious to see if I'll have more energy, if the baby will be happier, things like that, now that I'm getting the proper nutrients. Alright, and then there's the birth. And I'm kind of hesitant on this one because I'm a little bit scared, but ideally I would love to experience a home birth. Both my births with both girls were really, really fast, like under 2 hours for both of them. With Riley, like we basically didn't really need to go to the hospital. We just got there out she came. So I don't know about the third baby. I mean, I've heard that third babies are wild cards, so who knows, like knock on wood, I could have this crazy long labor, but I don't know. I just thought it would be nice to try out a home birth because my labors are so fast anyways, and then I'm already at home. I don't really like being in the hospital because I found that every time I tried to fall asleep there'd be a nurse there, and I wasn't able to relax till I got home. So I just thought it'd be a really cool experience to try it out at home. And then the other thing I'd love to try out is a water birth. That's always been a goal of mine. The reason I'm hesitant is because I'm a little bit nervous. I would just hate to go into labor hoping for a home birth and then chicken out and freak out in the middle of it because I was in too much pain and need to go to the hospital, even though I know that's totally an option and you can totally do that. Ideally, I would love to try out a home birth, and I need to do some more research. I guess I just hope that I can convince myself that I am a strong enough woman to do it and to go into it wholeheartedly and to be just ready to do it. So yeah, that's definitely a big goal of mine. I might actually check out getting a doula if I do go ahead with a home birth. I'm going to be going with my same midwives because we live in the same area. They delivered both our girls, and I absolutely love my midwives, and they strongly recommend a doula, so I'll be checking that out as well. And then the last kind of thing that's been on my mind that I thought I'd like to try out the next time I do get pregnant is actually after I have the baby. And now with both my girls, well, with Kayla, my first, I experienced like pretty harsh postpartum depression, anxiety. I was just kind of a mess after her birth. With Riley, I did a lot better, but you still kind of get those baby blues, and I've heard a lot of great things. I know it might not sound appealing to some of you, but I've heard a lot of great things about placenta encapsulation, and I do want to look into that some more, see if there's people in our area that do it. I've just heard so many great benefits about it from what I've read and what I've heard, and it's definitely something I'd like to look into for the next pregnancy. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot on my mind. I've had 2 years to kind of think about it after I've had Riley, about the things I'd do differently, and not that I didn't love the experience I had with both my kids. I just think, I guess because I know that this is going to be our last baby, I just want to kind of experience any little thing that I've ever wanted to try out, or at least research enough to know if it's for me or not. So if you have any feedback for me, definitely let me know, and I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!